you know. But I hope Kenya finds the love that she feels that she deserves, because everyone should be able to find the love that they feel that they deserve. What is going on, beautiful people? It's your boy Wesley from AKNationTV.com and AKNation TV here on YouTube, the two places on the World Wide Web where we actually adopt similar connections despite our differences. And before I get all into this video, I have to do one thing. Be sure to follow me on Instagram and Twitter. If this is your first time seeing me, I don't know where the hell you've been living, probably under a rock. I've been doing this for a very long time. A very long time. And it still surprised me when people like drop like crazy comments or like comments that make no sense in regards to what I'm actually saying. And then I have to realize that the reason why I stopped doing reviews for like reality shows and stuff like that is because some of y'all are like really team whoever. And if you're used to seeing me, and if you're new to seeing me, you're gonna learn and probably already know that I am Team Wes, okay? And every time I review anything up under this sun and moon, I review the actual episode. I don't really give two craps about, with regards to these reality shows, I don't really give two craps about like what they've done, what they're doing in the future, how they are really outside of the show. No. The whole purpose is I'm reviewing what's actually happening on the episode, okay? And if there's relations to or correlations to things that they've done in the past, which makes sense for their character today, which is the character that I'm judging on the episode, then I'm gonna make that freaking statement, okay? For all the Kenya supporters, right on, okay? For all the Nene supporters, right on. I don't give a damn if you don't like Nene. I loved that song. And I don't really care if you're loving Kenya that much and would have her baby. I don't care. Kenya has done some fucked up shit. And it's going to be called out when she does it. Period, poo. And there's no, someone really annoyed me. And not necessarily annoyed me, but that caught me off guard because I'm like, how dare you try to throw adopting similar connections despite our differences in my face, when that's exactly what I freaking do. But I'm not gonna pacify someone bringing an alleged mistress to a conversation to try to destroy someone's marriage. And there's nothing you can say to me that's gonna make me try to understand why she did that. No amount of calling out someone's wig use is gonna make me be like, oh my God, okay, we'll bring the mistress to the table and let them have a conversation and let's see how this goes. That's what you get for coming for me. You come for me, I come for you. No, okay? So stop it. Kenya is gorgeous. Kenya is drop dead gorgeous, and I want Kenya to live her best life. Whatever that may be for her, live her best life. But at the same time, Kenya does not have to be as extra as she is. None of these ladies have to be as extra as they are for me. Maybe y'all love the drama and y'all love it or whatever. Okay, great. It works for y'all. But for me, I don't care to see Nene trying to fight Kenya. I don't care to see Kenya trying to fight Nene. I don't care to see none of that. I just want, like I said in my last review, I want the women to be strong black women getting along, showing us how it's supposed to be done. Period. But anyways, y'all not gonna understand that and y'all gonna be like, oh yeah, whatever. But I did not write notes to this because I really didn't think that I was going to do a review, but I'm going to do a review. What I'm going to do is remember pockets that have happened in the show and talk about those pockets that have happened in the show. Yeah, I may miss some things, but it is what it is. I didn't really think I was going to be doing this, but like the head go. I don't know what's going on with Nene and Eva outside of the show. I really don't. They're shading each other back and forth, talking about let's show each other's real skin, and then Nene comes forth on Instagram with this highly filtered photo, and then, you know, Ava comes through with a video showing her pores and everything. I was just like, okay. Then, you know, Nene says, let's show our bodies, and I'm thinking to myself, Nene, really? But then, Ava does it anyway, and she's had quite 1,000 kids, and so it's like, okay, whatever. I'm not really understanding what's all this all about. I don't really get it. But I'm sure y'all do. And if y'all do, let me know. But I don't really get it. Irregardless, Nene comes home and she talks to Greg about, how Greece went and her experience dealing with Kenya, and how she says that she doesn't really understand where all the aggravation comes from, and all she was trying to do was be cool, calm, and collected, which we saw, and which all the women agree that that's what she was trying to do first. But then, Kenya kind of like blocked her and was like, nah, I'm good, we good, I'm leaving. And then from there, Nene was like, okay, F this girl, I really don't give a F about her, and this is the way it's gonna be from here on out. And I'm like, okay, whatever. Nene and Greg is very interesting. They talk about, the openness of their marriage and what they allow to occur. And it's interesting because hearing that conversation and then seeing them on screen, I don't know what happens in their bedroom. I don't really care what happens in their bedroom. But Nene walks through all glossy and flossy with the blonde hair, and Greg just looks like a regular, degular dude. And if I'm looking and understanding Nene for the type of person that she's portrayed to us over these years, I don't see her dealing with a regular, degular dude. That's just me. That's taken into consideration all of the conversations she's had about her marriage out in the open in public thus far. But suffice it to say, Greg gives her some advice saying, leave it alone. If she doesn't want to be cool, then she doesn't want to be cool. Leave it alone. And I'm here for that. If Kenya doesn't want to be cool with Nene, leave it alone. We don't have to keep talking about it. We could just not talk at all, and that's fine. The second annual or 25th annual animal print party comes up, and Nene is really looking like, Cynthia is really looking like Nene. They both have blonde hair, they're both doing animal prints, and they both look like twinsies. And I'm like, why? Why? Cynthia is able to actually tell Nene about what she was going to do and how she was going to portray her if she would have had a chance to portray her with the whole acting situation. And I thought it was spot on. I said, in my mind, I'm like, okay, go ahead, Cynthia, good job. Porsha rolls up and she reminds the girls to come to her event. And I'm like, okay, cool. All right, what we about to do? Porsha throwing an event. Hopefully nothing goes crazy. Hopefully no one has a bad attitude. Hopefully no cookie ladies come through. Let's hope, right? Let's talk about Porsha and her event. I thought it was really, really dope. The concept behind it, her being the ambassador behind this charity or this organization, I thought that was cool. I thought all the ladies looked gorgeous. Every single one of them, from Kenya to Porsha to Tanya to Nene. Nene didn't look as glossed up as the rest of the girls with the full dresses and stuff like that. I thought she casualed it up. But all the women looked gorgeous. Even the non-housewives, the people not a part of the cast, all the beautiful black women looking stellar. And it was really kind of rough to listen to everybody's problems and what they've had to go through to endure trying to have a child or to, pregnancy or whatever. It was really, really tough listening to all the ladies. And then when Marlo spoke, I was just like, whoa, okay. But I definitely believe that it was a great moment for the women to come together. Slight shade to find its way through, Kenya's lips to Porsha's ears. Not saying that was Kenya's intention, but when she was like, well, I don't know where Porsha was. She probably had to work or whatever the case may be. But it was so interesting that, you called me. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, Porsha felt some sort of way about it, but Porsha's grown, she's mature, she's doing what she needs to do at this event. Great. I think one of the realest moments in reality TV history for me, because I don't watch the Black Ink Crew, but I know that Sky and her son was going through some stuff on that. But for me, one of the realest moments in the Real Housewives Atlanta, let me say that, was Todd and Kandi having a legit conversation about their marriage, and Todd really saying on TV his issues and things that he's had to deal with being Kandi's husband. And it was real as shit because I felt it. I was like, brother, I feel your pain. I understand where you're coming from. Because he literally, and he said it, he's like, I had to prove it to your mom, shake the world. Like, I had to make it known that I'm that guy and I can be this and I can be that. And, you know, I'm not doing what I love to do. I'm not happy, but I'm out here supporting you to go for your goals. I'm like, wow, that is really, really tough. And I felt for Todd then. I really did. I felt for Todd and I feel for him now because I don't know how things are. Granted, I see them occasionally throughout Atlanta and they look fine, you know, but I don't know what at home is looking like. So I feel for Todd and I feel for Kandi. But I definitely get where Todd is coming from because everything he said was heartfelt and it made sense. And I really hope they work it out. I know they're doing counseling, but when he was like, yeah, I want to do counseling because I have a whole lot to get off my chest, I was like, whoa, you know? And then they had that moment. I was just like, that moment was needed. That moment was tough. Kenya has her moment with her aunt, and you know, she's conveying to her aunt that she wants her aunt to be power of attorney if anything happens to her or Mark. And, you know, I feel bad for Kenya, you know, in the sense of no woman or husband should go through just getting married to then go through everything that she went through or he goes through to then be single and trying to separate and get the divorce or whatever. I can't remember if they did a prenup or whatever, but what really took me out, not only witnessing Mark treat her like garbage during the whole charity event that she basically put together, at least they made it seem like she put the whole thing together, but she basically put it together. Not only was that hard to freaking watch, but when this woman, Miss Kenya, this gorgeous black woman, said on TV that she was not allowed to speak to his mother and his father, like, do we not know this before we say yes to the marriage? Like, I don't understand. Like, how is that a conducive situation to, like, get yourself in? Like, why are we even trying to be a part of this? I don't understand it. And I will never understand it because that's Kenya's prerogative and Kenya's decision. But there are so many, like, red flags about this dude that would make me not want to go ahead and get married to this person. Like, wow, Kenya has had to endure a lot. And what I really want to say about this is I hope and pray that all of the experiences that she's dealing with, these first time experiences that she's dealing with her husband, makes her reevaluate herself as a person and how she presents herself moving forward. I just want her to understand, like, your actions can be perceived very vicious and vile from a lot of people. And so for you not to want those reactions or those actions to come back at you, aka karma, you need to check yourself. But no one should be going through what Kenya is going through. No one. And at that event, Tanya is still a little salty. Tanya is still a little salty about the whole Cookie Lady situation because her and Nene were going back and forth with the shade, making remarks, talking about, oh, we need to let, Mark's mistress come up in here like the Cookie Lady did or whatever the case may be. But I think Tanya is somewhat still salty about that. And of course, Nene is still adding salt to the wound. You know, again, no one should be going through what Kenya is going through, and I do hope and pray that she gets through it as best as possible. I mean, I see her on her Instagram moving around and smiling and everything like that, you know, but I hope Kenya finds the love that she feels that she deserves, because everyone should be able to find the love that they feel that they deserve. I think this show was pretty good. This episode was pretty good. This season has been pretty good. I don't watch all of the seasons, and it's been a lot of the seasons that I couldn't really get into because of the fakeness of it all. I like subdued Nene. I really do. I like all the women subdued. You know, the whole exchange with the wig and the Cookie Lady and all that was trash. I'm not here for that. But you know, and nor do I want to see Kenya just crying all the time either. Like I like when these women are doing what they love to do and are helping out the community or showcase, like what Portia's event was flawless. If all of the events could be like this, I'd be good. But I know y'all love drama and y'all want to see drama and that's what y'all want, that's what y'all here for. Okay, great. But I'm telling you that I'm not here for that. I wish that we could get a balance of like more pro positive, less, negative. But that's just me. At the end of the day, I want y'all to follow me on my Twitter and in my Instagram if you would be so bold and so kind. You can offer up your opinion below the comments, but please don't be disrespectful, because I block. I do. I block. I don't think on any of my reviews I've been disrespectful, nor have I been disrespectful to the people that watch, because we can adopt similar connections despite our differences. And as much as y'all want me to understand these ladies, I need y'all to understand my perspective too. And I do get these ladies for the most part, but I'm sorry. Treating people like that and doing vile things to each other, no matter who it's coming from, I'm not a fan of. And nor would I be a stan of it or try to adopt similar connections as to why we're treating the fellow human being as trash or in a light that we would not want to be treated in ourselves. So anyways, love y'all. Deuces. Leave comments below. I know. Y'all not about to think about not subscribing to aconnectiontv.com. Copyrighted.